Natalie McLean has a really tough job. As a wine writer, she is forced to travel the world to taste, sample, write about. And when you're on the plane, you have to do a lot of reading before you get to a place.
Constant research. Even the wine cart can't go unsampled.
Hence this segment. She is sharing some of her favorite flavors and some of her favorite words for your holiday season. This is a great idea, especially for book clubs.
Absolutely. I think book clubs are often wine get-togethers in disguise. I don't know if the book stays on the table, but the wine does not.
I think I've heard them described as book clubs are groups of people with a reading problem, or what did they say?
With a drinking problem.
With a drinking problem.
Or the other way around.
Drinking clubs with a reading problem.
One or other, they go together well. Books and bottles.
Well, we're going to start with, a classic.
Absolutely. Veuve Clicquot, classic champagne. There's actually a book been written about her life by Pilar Mazeo, and she's an academic. She's a professor in Maine, the U.S., and she's done a wonderful job. Her specialty is profiling great women like Coco Chanel, and Veuve Clicquot's story is fascinating because at 28 she was left widowed with a daughter who was about 8 or 9 years old. During the Napoleonic years, she started running this champagne house, built it into one of the biggest ever.
So if you know someone who likes their bubbles, this is a perfect pairing. A story and a very beautiful champagne.
Absolutely.
Now, you say the Canadian sparkling wines really have come of age, and this is a Henry of Pelham.
And it's Catherine Brut, and I love this champagne, or this, I should say, sparkling wine. It's a rosé, so it has those fleeting aromas of raspberries. The reason why I've paired it with this book by Roald Dahl, who wrote Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, this is a collection of his short stories, though, Someone Like You, is the first story in this book is called Taste, and it's all about a blind tasting where the wine expert tries to guess the name of the wine. And I think that kind of blind tasting is parlor tricks. It's a very silly way of trying to prove expertise, but I challenge you to taste the Henry of Pelham Rosé Sparkling and not mistake it for a champagne.
Oh, that's fabulous news. And
yes,
for anyone who's wondering and wanting to jot down the titles and to write down the names of the wine, we're going to send you to Natalie's website so you'll be able to get all of your information.
Absolutely.
Tell me about this Chardonnay.
This Chardonnay is Le Clos Jourdain, again from Niagara. It's a beautiful, buttery, luscious Chardonnay. I've paired it with one of my favorite Canadian writers, Kathy Buckworth's Shut Up and Eat. She's terrific. The subtitle is Tales of Chicken, Children, and Chardonnay. She also wrote the Blackberry Diaries. She's a Toronto writer who writes about motherhood, I should say. Well, I'm a mother too. And I call my 5 o'clock wine Mommy's Little Helper. So does she. But we all know that, a glass of wine can really help some of those days.
So if you have a gal on your list who loves Chardonnay, that's a great pairing for you. Now, what about this Pinot Noir?
This Pinot Noir is from Prince Edward County. As we know, it's one of our closest wine regions here, and it's developing some terrific Pinot Noirs. This book is also from a writer and wine producer.
Jamie Kennedy.
Well, Jamie Kennedy endorsed it, the Toronto chef. The author is Jeff Heinrichs, and it's A Fool and 40 Acres.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. And I put those together because I believe that Jeff is one of our best wine writers in the country. And Pinot Noir from Prince Edward County, I think, has the greatest promise for Pinot Noir.
Terrific, and it's always so great to support our own region.
Absolutely.
Now, you're doing that again with Jacob Rischler's book, which is My Canada Includes Foie Gras. Peter may not be all over the title, but his story, it's sort of his journey through Canadian culinary circles.
This is a new book out, and I'm really excited about it because Jacob is a terrific food writer. He's also a restaurant critic. He's based in Toronto.
You've paired it with a dessert wine.
Exactly,
nice wine.
Because, I think, often the traditional pairing for foie gras or other salty kinds of dishes is a Bordeaux, a Sauterne. But try Canadian ice wine. It goes with desserts, but also at the front of the meal with those sort of saltier, richer dishes.
Oh, see, Natalie always brings so many conversation pieces as well. Her book's a great conversation piece, and it's now available in paperback.
Absolutely.
And so we're going to get back to that in the next segment. But let's talk about this organic wine that's produced by an Australian woman.
An Australian woman, and so it's a lovely, floral, beautifully aromatic, but complex white. And I've paired it with a new book, The Drinking Diaries. Women serve their drinking stories straight up. It's all about women and their relationship with alcohol. Some light, some dark, but it's interesting, it's complex, just like this wine.
Now, a complex character, perhaps,
yes.
With Calvin Trillin. He has a Nova Scotian connection. He summers in Lunenburg.
In Lunenburg, yes, where my mother is, actually.
Hi, Mom.
Yes.
Two Nova Scotian girls.
And I've paired it with a German Riesling. This is, German Riesling is a terrific bargain. This one's only $14. I should mention that one is only $16. Again, I have posted everything on nataliemclean.com, but the reason why I paired it with Calvin Trillin's book is he has an appetite for many dishes. He loves Kansas City barbecue, and he loves Asian, ethnic, sort of spicy dishes. German Riesling is your go-to for all of that range of flavors.
Well, German Riesling's your go-to, but we have to go right now. We are coming back after the break with some more great suggestions to read and to taste.